we are back. Just finishing setting up this on this machine. Today is being great. I wonder what's going on with all this nonsense. Almost done here. Alright, stream's back. You guys can see it. Squeaky got a stop spamming message? What's that all about? How do I Nightbot. I don't know why it did that. It's still crazy. Alright, we're back. We're live. Both machines are running. I can't believe both of them locked up on me. What are the chances of that? That's funny. Alright, so yeah, we're back. Like all of us are back. It's like the royal we, all of us. We're all online and we're all here to chat now. So we are back. Not good enough for you, David? You don't want me including you? I did ask Miguel. Miguel's like, "Oh, you're streaming today." He's like, "What time?" He's like, "Oh, I go home at 5." So he said he might stop by, but I'm not gonna hold my breath on that. Audio, I keep seeing it peak red. Is it up too high? Do I need to turn it down? Let me turn it down a tad. I don't want to hurt anyone's ear. All right. Hey, there's nothing wrong with hearing voices in your head. Okay, so just to recap, let's jump on. I've already just did the topic command before I started, so our topic is fine. I want to do styles and fonts. So let's jump in and start doing some coding. I'm going to need to look at the docs for this because the styles and font stuff was all done after my time working on the forums team, so I really don't know it. And so I'm excited to learn it with you guys today. Let's go into history, last 3 tabs. I had a couple things up on it already. So I know I want to use the dynamic styles, not the static ones, because I'm going to change them at runtime. And so I'm pretty sure that's what I need to have. And looking through this, I know I can do it either in XAML or I can do it in C#, and I'm not sure which I'm going to do yet. Does anyone have preference, or is there one better than the other? Maybe we'll do some of each. I know I need to be able to change them from C#, so I know with the dynamic styles I can, but yeah. What do you guys do? What do you guys prefer? Do you guys prefer C#? Do you guys prefer doing it in XAML? Anyone have preferences? No? You guys are going to be quiet and silent for me? Oh, so sad. Okay. Well, CSS. I hate CSS. I know, unpopular opinion. I'm just not good at it. Some people are amazing at it, but I'm just horrible at it, so I don't like it. It doesn't flow for me. I can never figure it out. I'm not that smart. So, all right. And so with the styles, typically people throw like the styles into the app resource stuff, right? Yes, there's already some styles in here. So we can probably just piggyback off of that. That's where that background color is that blue that I don't like and I need to kill. What happens? Okay, so we already have some styles in here. Okay, so inside of here, let's look at some of these dynamic font stuff. Let's start with some labels because I'm just killing that just to see what our stuff looks like now that that's gone. We're gonna want to set a tint. All right, XAML, I'm hearing XAML. We're going XAML. All right, so to do this, and I can do this inside of the app stuff, right? I can declare it overall. All right, you end up borrowing stuff from Tailwinders. What's in here? Let's check this out. Squeaky saying no, though. No, like I can't do the dynamic ones in the resource ones? Or no, don't look at this thing. Oh, Fuchsia! I missed the Fuchsia comment. Hey, we like Fuchsia in this channel. I even convinced Marianne to start using Fuchsia, so take that. What is it doing? Okay, do I need to turn Nightbot off because Squeaky's not being crazy? Oh, that's so funny. Maybe I can change the settings on it. That's so funny. It's yelling at Squeaky. Let's go over here and try tweaking that bot really quick. Let's not ignore all caps. I like how the bot like taunts you. Keep going. I can do this all day. That is just too funny. Way too funny. Okay. So let's go into my setting. Where's that at? I'm still new to this, so I'm still finding all this stuff. We will iterate on our chatbot while we're going live. Creator dashboard. Oh, moderation. There's moderation. Okay. Yeah, but what's it got about caps? Are those considered? I don't know. That's so funny. Can I allow caps? All right. I don't know how this thing works. And I have the mod on. I have no idea. Maybe I can just set. Okay, never mind. I'm going to leave it how it is because I have no idea. Maybe it considers that hostility. Let's try that and see if it's not so mad. Okay, so let's start. I'm done with the bots. Let's start looking at the. Okay, so you're saying inside there's the fonts and styles and color stuff. Because I am going to. Oh, it can even get C# B code behind for it? That's interesting. Okay, so they've got some on-platform stuff in there, so we could toy between switching the fonts. I'm going to do the fonts a little different than this, because doing this, I won't get the dynamic fonts, and I definitely want dynamic font sizing. So for that, I'm going to do something with code behind. Okay, so let's check out the colors as well. Well, I mean, I can set up some basic stuff with the fonts, but as soon as we start doing stuff with dynamic, after looking into it, I'm going to need to change things. Okay, so just now, if I just have this in here, this resource dictionary will be global, so it'll go everywhere. I'll just be able to use accent color then, is that correct? And how is it accessing that from C#? Hopefully nice and easy. Okay, well, let's jump in and start playing with stuff. So we'll start at, no, look at the app XAML. Oh, his app XAML is where he ties all that stuff in. This is way more complicated than I'm used to doing. Okay, so then they go in there and grab all those into the app resources. Okay, let me bring up my old stuff. I really like my old stuff. I'm wondering if there's a way to use it because it was really, really simple. So my old style, just to show you guys what I did when I was just doing iOS, not doing forms. Let's make this bigger. I don't want that window. Need any of this. Go away. All right, let's bring this back out nice and big so you guys can see it. What I did was I created a style class. And this style class knew how to do everything. And I had an extension method that was apply style. So, oh no, I just do style as. So I'd do like style as text button or whatever, and I would just go through and call these things out. I wonder if something like this is nice. And on view would appear, I'd always just style like the view controller, which would set up the nav bar, set up the background color, and just take care of everything. And what was cool about that was I had a style and a dark style. Just the default. And I was even able to do based on the window. So when I did stuff for like, not CarPlay, because CarPlay didn't give you this type of level, but when you did stuff like with Pioneer's app radio, you would display as a different screen. I'd always use dark mode in a car. You just do because of glare and whatnot. So I was able to say, hey, if it's on this and on this window, and it would figure out what window the controls were on. It would apply a style based on that, which was pretty cool. Now, I don't know if I can go down to that level of detail in forms, not without doing custom renderers. And I don't think I want to go that far. That's going a lot farther. So, yeah, I just liked it. One style sheet, style.current.apply, and bam, everything styled itself. And I just did that whenever I created something. I'd do like new label dot style label, style as subtext, and it would send back the label itself, so I could chain these things as well, which was really nice. I probably should just jump in and just do the XAML resources. It's not totally my style, but I think it's probably gonna be smart. All right, so let's create a new folder. We're gonna call it a style folder. And I'm trying to think how to do this with the two different styles. Because has anyone done anything with style switching? Where you're just swapping out what's currently there? So looking at this link from David, I wanted to read more up on these styles, but computer's not working really scared me and I didn't get to. All right, so they did a global style. So I can probably do, the thing I liked about the C# was compile time, I can enforce that the style implemented everything. Because if I could do stuff like abstract class, or at least everything would always be implemented. Um, hmm. So this is if I want XAML without code behind. I think, man, I wish I would have put some more thought into this, how I want to do it, rather than just trying to read the docs. It's all right. We all have to read the docs sometimes. We all have to read other people's code. Um, I might go the C# route just because I know it. Well, I don't know Forms C#, but I'm more comfortable in C# than I am in XAML. Okay. Okay, if you want to see the way I do it, I'm just trying to think it through. Okay, so we're just going to create a folder called style, and actually we should make that plural. I'm going to try this. It might not even work. Oops, not remove. Cancel. I want to rename. So we'll try my flare and hope it works. Why do I keep doing the wrong one? Right click. Rename. Rename and remove right next to each other. Always mess with me. Okay, styles. Let's add a new file called style. Now I might have to tie into the global resource stuff anyway for the dynamic styles. Maybe not, but I think I will. Because I think I need to still register them globally, or maybe I can do that off from the. Can I register global? Let's check ducks. Dynamic styles, because they showed doing in C#. So inside of here, they create a new resource dictionary, they add the two things to it, and then they say resources. How do they use that resource though? I don't see how that thing's applied. Okay, in this one they're not. So content page has its own resources property, right? Let's check that out. What's inside of our app? Let's zoom this thing up so you guys can see. IntelliSense figuring this out. This dot resource. Okay. So I can probably just do the set dynamic resources for dynamic, right? Or okay, I'm gonna assume I can do that. I can just globally set these things. So I should be able to have an activate for the resource, and then that would change it for the app. We're gonna assume. All right. Let's hope this thing works. So public static style. Now we'll just do one default. And we're going to say this equals new style, just to make it easy on us. Now inside of here, I want to do a public. Let's get some colors in here. So we'll start with a color. And why is that not? Option enter, Xamarin.Forms color. Oh, I don't have that keycaster stuff on. Let's put that on. Okay, let's do a hotkey. Oh, it's in the right place. Good. Yay, now you can see my hotkeys. All right, so color, we'll call this accent color. And its default is, what is my default color? Let's go jump over to my style and we will say accent color. RGB is this guy. Didn't I already put this somewhere? I thought I'm using it somewhere. Is that what we called it? From, oh no, lowercase. All right, so color from RGB. It's nice that I can just pretty much copy that old code over. So let's just do that. So we have accents. I don't need any of that stuff. We're not going to use that. Accent, accent. Um, we are going to do stuff with the fonts. And so I even had a font class. That way I'd call into my fonts to get the font of the size I want. We might be dealing with that. All right. So yeah, let's do public. I just hope this will work. Font, and we will call this header font. And for now, we'll just do font dot of size. Oh, you have to tell it the name, huh? What goes into there? We'll put custom fonts in here once we get going. Okay, what are our options? I wonder if I grab my font class, if I tell it to use the, I'll just do Arial, right? That should work. Everyone has Arial. And for now, we'll just say I use 28. And if this works, we might be able to jump in and start doing some custom ones. Okay, now we need to have a public virtual style, and we will say app, just because of that. Now app.resources, and I am going to trying to think the way to tie these in. Let's look at the docs and see how to apply. So inside of here, we can go how they do the colors in that. Can I just do a color that way? Just do thanks for the yellow, Sweeky. I may use it. So name of, let's just see if we can just do accent color equals, and then, oh nice, you've made peace with the bot. Does that work, or do I have to cast this into some sort of a resource thing? Okay. And then app.resource, name of header font. I really hope this works, because this might be nice. Might totally follow my style. Okay, so if we do that, I should be able to jump into my view on my, I'm trying to think about my navigation page right now. So if I go to my simple navigation page, it is not using a custom cell. It's okay, we'll just change this. Let's look at how to do bindings on this thing. Oops, wrong one. All right, so now how do we use this thing? So I should now be able to do style, dynamic research. Yeah, we'll do this. Okay. So our label, and this actually might not work because that needs to be a search bar, or that should be a label style. Just gonna see what happens. I don't think that'll work though. I think it's gonna freak out. All right, so let's run it and see what happens. Oh, I didn't start my simulator ahead of time. Okay, so I think I might have to now make one called like make a label one, so it's just not the header font, because I don't think I can apply a font just to a thing. If that works, it's kind of cool, but I'm going to need more than that, because I'm going to want font color, I'm going to want font size, I'm going to need all that type of stuff, and the actual font itself. And we start bringing in my custom, the custom fonts, I'm going to want to be able to use like the thin font versus the fat one, and yeah, all that stuff. What's it? Oh, I was playing with image source stuff. Let me revert some stuff so we can actually run this. All right, so inside the side style images, it was this one. I was toying around. Okay, let me just make sure everything is right on there. I thought I committed all that stuff last time. Looks like I didn't. That was inside of images. Make sure everything is an N graphics one. It was this one. Actually, that should be fine. Which one is freaking out? Let's run it, see what's blowing up. I don't remember where I left that at. Maybe we'll just revert that image stuff and it should work. We'll see. See it from the exception, press play so we can see it in here. All right, so let's scroll down and see where, if it tells me where it's blowing up. Image source is not supported. And so it's going back to the FF image loading. Where did that happen? Let's see. Okay, we're just gonna revert the image stuff for now. Revert, discard changes. Run this again. Okay. I know we had this working last time when we were here. Everything was working nicely. I don't remember touching it after that. I thought about trying to implement that SVG image store stuff properly, but didn't quite get there for the FF image loading. Oh, I bet it has to do on the now playing screen or the cells. Oh, nope, it's working, so we're good. I bet it was something with this artwork there. Okay, so those definitely did not get that font style. Did not work. Oh, I never applied it. Okay, let's jump into our app delegate. We will say, after we initialize components, we will say style dot, oh, the style namespace isn't going to be happy with that. That's right, we can do styles dot style dot default dot apply. Hey, R2, how's it going? Oh, and I say this. All right, so let's see what's going on. So actually, let's update the topic for people coming in since topic, I can make this font. Which, there we go, that hotkey. It's funny, I don't like this keycaster one because it keeps showing all the different times, and you'll notice I hit like save like 20 times. I can't help myself. Same with copy and paste. Still not applying there, so I need to do something else there. So topic, we are building custom C# style. Oh, I have, dang it, wrong one. Control C, only one set of quotes. Oh, topic is lowercase. Case sensitive. All right, topic. Yay, updating. We now know what we're working on. I need to figure out why the images stopped working. Oh well. All right. So we have the style applying. I think it has to do with I need to now create one of these things like they were showing inside the docs. So when they were creating them before, they were doing, where was it? Where was it? All right. So here it is. New style of type search bar. So I think I need to do one of those. Although that's my naming. I'm gonna have to change it. I'm gonna have to call this like a gMusic style because this is doing a style inside of there. It's all gonna fall apart. So let's do a, I don't like it, but we're doing it. All right, gMusic style. Um, then I mean I could alias. Okay, I'm gonna alias because I don't like that. Now that probably broke. Undoing here probably broke that. Okay, styles.styles. We'll alias stuff. All right. So using Xamarin. So sorry. That was alias or Xamarin.Forms.style. Is that right? The alias? That's not right, is it? It's only using there? I can't remember. That's what it is, right? Yes, better syntax. All right. Public form style. We're gonna call this one menu header label style. Perfect. And we'll do get set equals new style, form style, and target type of, right, type of a label. And then what else do we do? So we set it as a type of a label, and then we can just set the properties on it. Okay, perfect. And we will say font. No, how do you set these styles? I like how they just have dot 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 in the docs. Well, why doesn't it show me setting the blue color? What's dot 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 mean? That is less than useful. All right, so let's look at style inheritance. It's probably something under here. Okay, introduction to styles. Create a style, style. Okay, there's all in XAML. Now where's it in C#? So do I have to do something like set property in there? Okay, new setter. Wow, this is ugly syntax. Okay, I know what to do now. Setters equals this doing, yeah. Leave the initial one. We're not creating a new one. It's really ugly. Okay, type of labels that. Why we need one more curly brace. Right? Okay, we have curly braces. Everything's happy. All right, so new setter, and the new setter syntax. Yeah, Xamarin, it does have nicer syntax. My thing is though, if I create them in XAML, will I be able to access them from a C# code behind? I think one of those samples you had showed me that, right? I just want to see what's in the font style.cs thing behind there. No, it just doesn't initialize. I just like that these are named, and I have something I can do name of to access them, so I don't have to just use magic strings everywhere. That's the downside to XAML, is everything becomes magic strings, and they're not anywhere where I can like find all references of this. It's the only downside of switching between the two. This is really ugly. Let's just see if this works though. And then maybe we'll do a hybrid. So this new setter, styling, dynamics, is this one, right? Okay, so new setter. This is so bad. Property. Nope, nope. And I hate how nothing goes through the constructors. Everything's off this, even though they're both required. All right, so property equals label dot font property, and value equals header. Oh, that's not static, so I'm not gonna be able to do that. This is even. Yeah, it's not gonna let me do that. I don't like this. I don't like this at all. Yeah, this isn't gonna work. Well, anyone else who struggles with styles, you're not the only one. All right, so let's ignore this for right now. Let's see if we can do something global. Let's add a new C# one, and a new XAML one that also has C# code behind. So inside of that, there's not a styles thing, so I'm probably just gonna have to do a forms content page, and then just edit it myself. Look at how they were doing it over here. Okay, that's where they grabbed the application. Let's look at their font styles. Yeah, they just do XML with just a resource dictionary in it. And what's in their styles? They do anything fancy in there? So some name styles on the types. Okay, I like that, I like that. Okay. I think we're just gonna have to bite the bullet and do some ugly. Alright, new XAML. We are going to call this default style. Alright, default style. And what was in his code behind? I forgot already. Do I not have it up still? Alright, so we did, where is fonts? Oh, it's got a no type. Okay. So we'll just try doing a default style thing here, and I don't think I'm gonna separate mine out into all the fonts and stuff. I don't have that many. So we'll say public partial class, default styles, default style. This thing is not a content page. It is just a resource dictionary. Anything fancy? If I don't get IntelliSense in this, I'm not gonna be happy doing this either. So I better get IntelliSense. Let's start with this. And that's all wrong, I'll need to fix it. You. This one is, what's this namespace? gMusic.styles. Default style. Yeah, I just hate magic strings. That's the only downside to this. Okay, let's see what happens. Is that happy? Let's just click build, see what it does. Uh-oh, build error. What does he do to get it to where it generates that code behind? And the code behind's hooked up. I didn't have copy paste failure, did I? Oh, I did. That one had an S, that one did not. Okay, let's build. Again, magic strings, guys. Magic strings. At least it's a compile time, not we have compile time XAML. Before it was all runtime, and then it was even worse. But, okay, I can handle that. And these are not right. How can I do... I can do RB... How do I do RBG in here? Do I just... I don't know if I've ever done it that way. There. How did I haven't done a color yet. Okay. Let's do Xamarin.Forms colors. Because I don't do hex. Really? That is... Okay, that'll work. Nope, nope. Text. Using XAML. I don't want to do the... So I can't even do my colors. Okay, these guys are saying you can do this. Working with color sample. Yeah, I'm shocked that this is a blocker for me too. So X arguments, double. That is really ugly. Now I see why everyone uses hexes with Xamarin.Forms. Because why would you do this? And I don't want to do it as a double. The thing is with hex, I can't convert hex to doubles. I can't tell where, I can estimate what a color is by looking at RGB, but I can't with hex. I'm like, sweet, I know what white is. I know what black is. That's about as far as I go. I am not going to get very far at this pace. And I don't want to have to expose everything. I'm really shocked this is an issue. Now, what I can do is we won't define any colors here. We're just not. This is the only thing I can think of doing, right? So resource, dictionary, we're just gonna add our colors here. And we're going with our magic strings because why not? Equals, go steal that. Actually, let's just put these in here. And then we will assign them into the XAML. So the ones, what we'll do for ours that are a pain in the butt to do via XAML, we will just sign here. And then I can do this. The nice thing about this is I won't be blocked though. I wonder, will that work like that if I set it first, or do I have to set it before or after initialize? That resource dictionary doesn't can I do like x name? I didn't know I'd have to expose it this way. Sources. We're just gonna name it resources. That way I can tell. Okay, now my IntelliSense is failing me. So let's see if this works. Build. Nope, nope, it won't. Wait, hold on, what's that complaining about? Load from XAML cannot convert from default style to Xamarin.Forms element. So how did they do that? I copied and pasted their code. David, did you sub me links that don't work? How does that happen? Is XAML C turned off on this or something? So weird. The font styles. I am glad I can go through all this pain for you, because this is very painful. Now I know a trouble area that we need to clean up in Forms. And I need to figure out how we're going to do that, because this is not cool. So they grabbed in the colors, done. They are doing this as a resource dictionary. Doing the same nonsense I did there. Same stuff I'm trying to do. Okay. Now we go to the font styles thing, and it just does that. I am blown away. And I doubt there's anything for the build settings. Who knew theming was going to be so difficult? So instead of doing it this way, I can not use a code behind. I can just set all of my app resources, my colors first. And then, man, I'm confused. All right, well, we might be going this totally the way I wanted to do it. We might be just totally resurrecting my old stuff. I didn't want to do it that way, but I don't like the style stuff. It's driving me nuts. So we are going to, come on, right click work. Just going to delete that because I don't know what else to do with it. We're going to drop to here. We're not going to use the dynamic styles. And yeah, let's just copy over my old class. We are going to change all the UI color stuff, and let's just see what happens. Bam. I'm going to make this bigger so I can actually work and ignore this stuff. We're just going to copy some of this stuff out for right now. All right, so settings, all of this, change to gMusic. gMusic. Some of this is not going to apply at all, so we'll delete some of it. Car style. Oh, that's for the Windows stuff. We're not going to be using Windows, so we're just going to delete that stuff. All right, set style. We are just going to be static void. We don't need to do styles, so we don't even need that anymore. So default styles is available styles.first, and we don't need this styles dictionary anymore. It is gone. We're going to go through and find in all files and just do color, replace all. Perfect. Find this, replace all. Copy, paste, replace all. Pattern image, this stuff, we're not going to use any of this gradient nonsense anymore. This stuff is gone. We are just going to do accent color. And this one is just, oh, I did use a gradient in dark, but we're not going to do that anymore. We are just going to say it is this. And in here, let's add, why are you not going to offer me? There it goes. Forms. So we now have forms in there. UI fonts, we are going to change all of these to be fonts. Replace all. Perfect, do that. We don't need this. We'll add my fonts class to figure out the fonts. So we'll leave those how they are. And actually, we're going to change all these because we're not going to do sizes anymore. Okay, bar style we don't need. Blur style we don't need. That doesn't work anymore. Lowercase that. Kill those. Kill that. Okay, so you. We're not going to do the whole get style for that. Is just going to be style extensions. Just going to do that. So actually, I don't even think I need to do that. That one can go away. Oh, I thought I had more selected. All right, so what I'm doing now is just going to try converting this iOS class over completely. And I bet this will work. Okay, change all the UI labels to labels. Perfect, perfect. Okay, okay, we're getting there. So we'll do that as a view. Now UI button. Change all these to be button. Okay. Okay, got those. Okay, so this will just be, what is that? That thing's called a text cell? Is there a detail text cell or just text cell? I can't remember. Do another one. And those aren't going to work anyway. We're going to have to fix those. Okay. Xamarin.Forms switch. That's not going to work. Button. That's not going to work quite yet either. Oh, this is going to be painful to make this all work. We're just going to copy out this table view stuff because done. Done. We'll come back. We'll bring stuff back. Whew. All right. Almost there. Almost there. I think we will have. All right. We might steal the font stuff. What's this complaining about? Return header text. If that's null, header text equals accent. That should be fine. Color and color. Okay, I think it's just mad about everything else. All right, so let's fix the fonts. Button.tint doesn't exist, but we can do button.text. Oh, this needs to be a button, not a view. Oh, that's for the we're not going to do set playback controls yet. Those don't exist yet. All right, so we'll just comment that out. Set activated button. We're going to kill the buttons because we don't need any of this stuff. Menu element, we'll come back to that. Comment you out. I'm just going to comment most of the stuff out. We're just going to work on doing a text because we can get text to work, a label to work will be good. So we'll do style as main text. Perfect. Style as main text, style as subtext. Okay, I like that. We're getting somewhere. And these are set up here, so we just have to do fonts now. Okay, let's create add new file, fonts. Oh, I did not want to create that kind of page. It's all right, we'll kill stuff. Actually, let's go look at my old font class just because. Where's fonts live in this? gMusic, fonts. That's the OS X one. There's the iOS. There we go. Okay. So I had a static class that does this. We'll just copy that over and we'll just change that so it's not SF, whatever. Okay. And this is just going to be, we need to fix these. Font. Font. And this will be perfect. I can't remember what this is. So now here we will do, okay, we'll do, oh, I liked how I had that. So that way if those broke, it was good. We'll leave that there. All right, so now I will do font.of size. And we will say, what was that? Normal. I wonder if Forms blows up. And in iOS, if it can't find the font, it just makes it null. And so that's why I just do a null check. We'll do size. Okay, that needs to be a double. This is really painful. All right, so we'll do this. And else font dot, do you have anything else built in? We'll just say default. I don't know what else to do there. We'll do that. Okay, normal font name. No? How can you say that does not exist? Oh. There we go. Put things in a class. Makes it happier. Paste, paste, that, dot of size. And what's this? How is it saying we can't? Maybe font's not nullable in this stuff. All right. Guess font's not nullable. That's probably my problem is colors aren't nullable either like they are in iOS. Nullables. Okay, so we've got fonts, we've got that. Like I said, my fonts are pretty basic. So inside of here, header, put question mark. So that can be nullable now. It's not liking that. We're just going to say we'll do this, which equals accent color. Oh, I did that because you can't do the statics. All right, we're just going to do that, and we'll leave it how it is. All right, so we now have a main font text, which does fonts. And why is it saying fonts doesn't exist? We just added fonts. Public class fonts. Xamarin.Forms, namespace, gMusic styles. This is in the, oh, I copied and pasted. Let's fix that namespace. Okay, so now we should have fonts. Normal font, fonts, button size font. Oh, that's from Apple. We're just going to say 20. We'll fix this later. All right, so that compiling now? Whew, crazy. Uh-oh. Okay, yeah, that's not gonna work anymore. All right, so now we have a default font. What I'm going to do is we'll jump over to our media item cell because this is where we'll be able to do most of this. So we already popped these things out. So when we create these things, we'll be able to initialize these. We will be able to do, actually, do I not expose those? No. X name header, no, text, and then this one is detail. All right, so now I can jump over to here and do text dot a set. I think I'm gonna change the namespace so I don't have to do that everywhere. Set dot style as main text. All right, now detail dot style as. Okay, I'm not totally a fan of doing it this way. Um, the reason I did this before was in my old one when I was doing it, if we look at the old code for iOS, I didn't use designers. I didn't use something like storyboards. Everything I did, I instantiated and I laid everything out by code. I know it's archaic. It goes back to iOS. You used to have to do that if you wanted smooth scrolling. I've just been doing it too long, but it's just how I do things. If I go into my old media item cell, you'll notice I instantiate everything and then I lay it out myself. And so as I set this, it's easy. I'll just say, hey, add a new text view. And as I'm doing that, they apply those styles. My two label text view was just a horizontal one. It would automatically apply the details. And it was really easy just to say apply style as you're setting things, and it just works. Actually, let's go to that two label view. That'll show that off. So UI, where did I put the two label view? It's under controls. All right, perfect. So when I instantiate this thing, I just create it and I say, hey, top level is a new UI label, style is main text, style is subtext. And as I instantiate things, I just called that extension method and it set all my styles. So then whenever the styles change, I just reload my UI and styles would apply. Works very nice. So let's see if this actually applied those styles now and if this will work on our media item cells. I hope it does. I am going to take some time once I'm done with this and really learn the Xamarin.Forms styles and see how to nicely do these things dynamically. Okay, so those cells, let's give them something bigger. And, oh, how are these doing colors? Oh, my colors should have all worked as well. Let's throw in some fuchsia. Let's make sure my colors are working. So let's go into the styles. Best way to test, put something really random. So the header, the main font text color is black, and this one is dark gray. So we will do color dot fuchsia. So actually, I found out the other day that fuchsia was originally spelled wrong in Xamarin.Forms colors, and most likely that was my fault because I can't spell fuchsia even though I use it, and I think I'm the one who did all the default colors back in the day. So, hey, it is working. So, yes, we are applying styles. Hey, fuchsia's going away. We're getting rid of it, but the style's working. So, I like it. Now, let's start playing with this stuff, and I think I'm going to go with this style. That way, I can easily swap out the dark theme for the light theme, and I don't know. I think I'm going to go with that. It's nice and declarative in one place, and I can see how it all ties in. I like it. I do and I don't like it. I don't like how I have to expose everything and then implicitly. No, I can't just do that dynamically. I wonder if I could do something. No, I'm gonna run the same error I had with the Xamarin Form styles. that I had before. I can try something else. So now that I have this, I wonder if I can, instead of applying it, I have the extension methods. Yeah, I'm really sad about those styles, but I think I can do something else. So now that we have something, I think I can get the main as style, and I'm doing extension methods everywhere, and this makes it nice because now that I have these extension methods, I can probably just do an extension method to generate the styles I want and then apply them. I know I need a Fuchsia emote. I need to. Someone needs to design one for me because I can't design even with Fuchsia. All right, so I like where we're going with this. So I can have my cake and I can eat it too. I can do this and I can create the dynamic styles off of this. And then I can still do my font switching, have it apply to the root and swap out all those dynamic fonts as well. I like it. I think I know what to do now. As painful as, it's going to be painful to write those stupid extension methods because I have to use that C# syntax. So let's jump in and figure this out. Let's figure out how to do it the right way. Do I think Sia likes Fuchsia? I hope so. Makes sense. I could see Sia using Fuchsia. I was trying to do like animated GIFs for my emotes, but I don't know if I can do those. I found a really awesome one. Where do I show an animated GIF? Oh, that's not going to do it as a GIF. So I'm thinking about maybe as I get a new follower, throwing this in there. So let's go to Chrome, open this in Chrome. Yes, I might do that as like, really? You chose to follow me? And it's nice in fuchsia color. So I might be doing that. All right, we're getting somewhere. Not the way I thought we were going to do this, not the way I thought we were going. And so, but we have our dark theme, which just changes the colors out. And as soon as that happens, it's really easy for me to declare a new style this way. I just say, hey, new dark style, set a few things, and boom, like magic, we get new styles. So now that we've got that, we've got our base style class, we've got this, we've got our extensions. So let's make a new style extension because I want all of this separated just because it's going to be ugly. So we're going to do a new general class. Let's do a new style here. And this style, let's do, we already have them called style extensions. Let's just form style extensions. All right, so inside of here, we should now be able to, I wonder if I can do something to where I use the same code. Because I don't want to be applying this stuff in multiple ways. I don't want to have two sets of extensions where I have to set things up. Because right now, the extension's where it sets all those values and where it grabs it. It should be fine. It should be fine. We'll just try it out. All right, so public static class. And actually, we're not going to be able to make this extensions anyway. Because what am I going to call it? I can do it off the resource dictionary. Okay. Or strings. Strings extensions, the best. All right, so public static void. Do I want to make it the resource? I'm trying to think. If I do it to the resource, it'll just apply it. We'll do it on the resource dictionary. All right, so public static void add. So we'll just say this is how we'll do it. All right. I get to where I'm going. Okay, so we'll do a apply, or so add music styles. Okay, this will work. Add gMusic styles, we will do this, and we're going to call this resource dictionary. Oh, wrong hotkey. All right, resource dictionary. All right, so now we have a dictionary here. We're going to take this dictionary and we will insert stuff into it. So, perfect. I like it. So then my applying will be the same way. I wonder if I'm going to, yeah, I'll just, whenever the style changes, I'll be able to just say, hey, resource dictionary, apply this style, and boom, everything will update everywhere. I like where this is going. Like where this is going. All right, so let's create some extension methods, or some methods in here. So static, some things in here to create these Xamarin.Forms styles. So we're going to have to do using forms style. Actually, maybe I'll do gMusic style. I don't know. I'll do form style. Equals Xamarin.Forms.style. All right, so we have form style here. Oh, yes. Okay, it updated. Okay, so now we'll do static form style, and we will do main text style. And what this will do is it will generate this. I want it to generate this each time because as the styles change, it should do things based off of that. So, Stocks is kind of doing what you're doing. Am I just doing this manually into the hood? Maybe I'm just doing this the hard way. I just didn't like the way I had to just create those and then assigning them. Maybe I'm just avoiding magic strings. You could be right, Sweeky. Maybe this is how they built it under the hood. It really could be. I'm still going to be applying these as dynamic styles. Because even if I do the magic string route, I'm still going to have to do what I do here. I just had the issues with the colors. I don't know, maybe it won't put you in the corner now. I did turn it down. Maybe it's not mad at caps yet. Maybe I can disable caps as an issue. Yeah, I had a lot of issues trying to do it that way. I couldn't get it to work. So I always have issues. It's just me. It's how I roll. So still have to do this ugly. We're gonna do the setters, new setter. I wonder, actually, we will make this different. So font. I like it. All right, so we need to do this new form style, type of label. That's all you do is right, type of label. Now I have to remake the docs again. All right, so inside of here, it was under here. I do this. New, yeah, type of label. It's where the, okay, that's okay. And then we'll set these properties up. So now we'll do, nope, more curly braces. Property equals label dot font. Property. Value equals font. This is going to clean this syntax up a lot. So once I do these, I won't have to keep doing these. So maybe we need to like include something in here to like, instead of main, we're going to call this create font, create label, style. All right, and that's all I really care about there is the font and the color. So now we can do new setter, property equals label dot color, it's text color, right? Text color value equals color. Much better. I like that. I can deal with this. All right, so now we'll do static main text label style. Oh, I need to call this a form style. All right, so now what we can do is we will do that will be create label style, and we will go style dot current. Oh, okay, default. No, is that right? Didn't I have something to get the current style? No, that's not right. I have something to what's the current style? Did I delete that code? Yeah, I totally did, because I did here get the current style. What did I delete? Style. Oh, because I did stuff, I forgot about stuff with that current, okay. That, because I had the old Windows stuff. So, public static style, we'll just do that right now. So, current style. Okay, perfect. Now, all of these, wherever I do the style, I was doing something wrong. So, get style, there we go. which perfect. All right, so now we have styles. We have this. I can do default style dot main text font style dot default style dot main text color. All right, so now I have this, which creates this. So now I can do dictionary, and I will say name of main text label style equals main text style. Perfect. I like it. I like this a lot. We're getting somewhere. All right, so now in here, let's apply this style. So we will say, how did I do that? I just did styles dot no, resource. Let's go change this namespace. So it's not in styles. We'll just do resource dictionary dot apply. Is it just resources? Did I do that right, guys? I think that's the one I added to, right? We'll find out. So now let's jump over to our now playing our side navigation thing, and let's apply one of these styles to this right here. It's white right now, and if we change it, it shouldn't use that header font. It should change it to be ours. So we're going to delete all of this text, all of this stuff, right? Title, title, title. Okay, that's good. We're going to want to change our color back to fuchsia or something so that way we know it's working. Let's jump into how to use this style. And I shouldn't even need the dynamic styles. I should be able to use the static style stuff because, or however that stuff works. That's all right, we'll do dynamic because I don't know what happens if we don't. Okay, so let's grab this. See, am I like copying 10 times? Oh, wrong copy. Now I deleted it. I copy it so many times because I use Synergy. In the old versions of Synergy, if you didn't copy it a bunch of times, it wouldn't sync between the Mac and the Windows. So old habits die hard. Why is okay? And then this style is I'm gonna copy and paste it because I'm totally gonna do it wrong if I don't. Oh, okay, we're gonna fix that in a second. Let's go back over to navigation. Okay. Now I need to fix code because inside of our style something's not working right. Oh, I'm not. All right, so let's do static style. Just because I don't want to keep writing the styles.style nonsense. Styles.style current style. Now I can just call it current style. Clean up this code. Once I changed the namespace, it broke everything. And I had it on the wrong style anyway. Okay, perfect, perfect. For some reason, I just read style again. I'm like, I spelled that wrong, didn't I? I don't know why my eyes do that to me sometimes. All right, so let's jump into our style. Let's change it to our beautiful fuchsia, main text color, and let's run it. Okay, that one's using the fuchsia. That is not using the fuchsia. So adding it into, do I have to do something to use the global resources? Or the global styles? Global styles. Let's look how global styles work. All right, so you can say resource dictionary, set those styles. I did that. Now inside of a page, I can just do static resource, that style. Let's see what happens if I change that code. Side navigation. Also, guys, as always, if you have questions or if there's something you'd like me to do or if you have suggestion, do something better than what I'm doing, let me know. I know on this one it's a little crazy. I'm doing something. Why didn't that pick that up? I'm not doing anything in the binding context on that, am I? No. All right, so let's try it on this media item cell instead. If we do the same thing, sanity check. Actually, let's put a breakpoint in here. Let's make sure it's actually adding those resources. Okay. Resource dictionary. Keys. Okay, there's just one main text style. And its value is a form style. It's not doing the based on. I wonder if I have to do something with the based on. That's what I was seeing before when they were doing these dynamic ones. Again, they're not showing all the nonsense they do. Okay, we need to fix that in the docs because it should tell you. Shouldn't matter though, the based on should be fine. But yeah, they're saying resources. It's interesting they knew up a new resource. I am really concerned. Oh, then they're just setting the style there. That's how they're using the resource. That's kind of ugly. So maybe it's the implicit stuff I'm looking at. No, that'll just do all of them. Global styles. All right, button style. Yeah, that's exactly what I'm doing, except, okay, so application.resources is a new dictionary, and these are the values going into it. That's exactly what I'm doing. Well, kind of. I'm just doing it on C#. It created one. Alright, so let's just check this to make sure it is doing it right. The font color is using main text color, which is fuchsia. We know it is because we were seeing it elsewhere. Did I not? Oh, I thought I ran it. Guess I didn't. Alright, so we are getting our resources. My question is, why is that resource not being used? It is there. Not. Anyone have any ideas on this? I tried playing styles nicely. Make them easier to use. I'm wondering where to even try and debug that. It's before the main page is created, so they shouldn't. Alright, let's just try it. Let's just try it. Form styles are being very painful. And I don't know why. I might. Uh, hmm. Now let's comment out that one. Go there. Styles duplicate. Oh, did I already do that? Oh, We already have a style there. That's interesting. So I do a style, then I override it. That's right. We're ditching these styles. Interesting. Didn't know those already had a style. All right. If this doesn't work, I'm probably just going to say not worry about it for now, and I'll just jump into fonts. Yeah, instantly that doesn't work. I was trying to do a happy medium. So I could quickly and easily switch the styles, but it is not liking that at all. Not as static or dynamic. Last try, last try. Yeah, like, why aren't these styles working? Why is this so difficult? I mean, as you can see, I am registering it in the same place that it would elsewhere, or if I did it a different way. All right, well, we are going back to my awesome hard coding style because I don't know what else to do. I just now need to do something for those navigation pages where I didn't want to. But all right, yeah, keep going. Let's deal with some fonts. Let's deal with fonts. I wonder if there's a nice way for me to check. It's sad that these fonts are not nullable because I liked that I could check if the font existed. Like, what happens if I try doing a font that it knows nothing about? Let's go with hello. There's no way there's a font named hello. Let's see what that does. Does it blow up? So I have to try catch it rather than it returning null? Is there something on there that indicates it's bad? Does it fall back to something else? It works. It just does its own default font. I might be able to live with that. Not what I wanted. Okay. So yeah, I can deal with that. And let me see. I can do a font from a UI font, right? I'm trying to think how that would work. So Xamarin saw this code somewhere. Someone did. Actually, we'll have to do it in iOS space. So let's jump over to the iOS project and check something. iOS project, we'll go to our app delegate. We're going to try some hacking. Let's do var font equals new UI font dot from. Oh, I can't do new then from. From name. And here we're just, let's grab my old code. Font. Grab our nice thin font. And actually, I think I had to add those before they work too. But this will just return null if it doesn't work. 20, done. Var Xamarin dot. Let's add Xamarin. Oh, we already have Xamarin.Forms. So var forms font equals. Yeah, if I add custom fonts, I have to add them to the app and then also edit the info.plist telling it that I added those fonts. So I'm wondering what happens with Xamarin.Forms fonts dot, or if I can do like dot to font. Is there no extension method somewhere? I know I can take a UI font and assign it to a Xamarin.Forms font. I'm just wondering where that lives, because that's what I'm going to do. I'm going to create them from the fonts using the dynamic font sizes of the OS so then I can pass it in. Question is, how do I do that? Alex Corrado did that at one point, and I'm trying to remember where I saw that code. Font from UI font. Let's see what people say. Oh, that's Xamarin, not Forms. That's that. I don't want to do that. This is all Xamarin. Oh, that's Xamarin iOS. I want Forms. Forms, people, forms. Someone else has had to ask how to do this. Okay. Let's see what this blog post says. Formatted strings. Dun, dun, dun. Right. Simple lib. Oh, he's doing it at the renderer. I don't want to do it at the renderer. I want to do this. I mean, I could just get the size and set it that way. Because I can say, can't I do UI font dot, what's the font default sizes? Okay, because there's a scaling fonts automatically. There's a way I can just say, I have to use those names. Alex is up quite a few floors, and I don't know if he's still here. It's like 6:30. But preferred font or body, that's what you do. It's the preferred font. So I can do dot preferred body, and that tells me the size. Okay, we can do it that way. That'll work. I like it. So I can just set that in my style then. So I can just say, okay, so styles dot style dot. I'm wondering, I need to apply this to all of them. All right, let's look at our style class. Let's see how we can define what this style should be, because we want it to be applied everywhere and used everywhere. So we will jump into styles, style, and I'm probably just gonna do a, how many fonts do I have? How many sizes? I think I've only got a couple of them. We will do public static. I don't know if I like this. I might be changing this because yeah. Public static set main font size. So instead of those being there, actually I could just new them up. No, we'll just do this. Yeah. Okay, I know what we'll do. This will be better. Because those dynamically create, no, those don't dynamically create them each time. Static. Static int. It's an int, not a double, right? What's whatever these are. So we will say 28 seems to be the big one. So header font. Header font size is 28. We are using main text is 15. That one I just guessed what the button size was, so we'll, yeah. Equals, that was the 15, right? 15, I can't remember what button font size is. It's probably something like 15 as well. We'll figure that out. Main font size, static int sub font size, or no, detail font size equals 12. Is that it? Do a button one. Let's add the button in there. Hey, good morning, Kim. We are having fun with styles, and styles are not working at all for me, so I am building my own style thingy, because I don't know what else to do. Or dynamic font switching. So yeah, we're fighting fonts now. Button font size. You missed all of the fun where the XAML stuff fell apart completely on me. It just wouldn't work. I had so many issues with code, with styles. I can't even get the styles to work at all right now. So, no styles are working for me. So, we're doing it all dynamically in code. That's how I roll, anyway. And this is using some of my old code from old gMusic in iOS. And that's all how it works. All right, yeah, we can have you look at what I'm doing. Maybe you'll know what I'm doing wrong. So since it all fell apart, I decided to try something else. What I wanted to do was inside of my app.xaml, I said, you know what, let's just add stuff to the resources. So yeah, glad I'm in the garage. It's an awesome space. It's really cool. I just wish my styles would work. So I add an extension method to my resource dictionary, which all that does is goes in, adds to the dictionary something with the name of main text label font style. So it's this. And it creates a font. Yes, I know I'm doing it in C# instead of XAML, but it's right, right? Create a new style. I just aliased form style since my names clashed. And it says the property is the font property, set the font. Text property is the color, set the color. Nice and simple, nice and straightforward. Now when I jump over into my views, I've tried using this with static. I've tried it with dynamic. No matter what I choose, it doesn't blow up, it just doesn't apply my styles. So I don't know if there's anything magical I need to be doing somewhere, but no styles are coming across. So it's like falling apart on me. All right, and I'm going to need to notify it. So the code for adding it to the dictionary is inside my styles, inside this form one. Yeah, the style, it generates a style. It just says dictionary, which is that resource dictionary, and it gets that's app.resource. Resources? Nope, not the app.xaml. Apps.resources. So apps.resources.apply. So that passes in that dictionary. And so this dictionary, and we can put a breakpoint in there. Let's run it with a breakpoint. You will see that it sets it to that name. I don't think I have to do anything nesting. Let me comment this out. And I'm also trying to do dynamic font styles as well. So as you change the stuff on your phone, it'll automatically work here. So that's cool. Okay, so inside the resources, the dictionary has things in here. It has a key with main text label. That label's spelled wrong. Yeah, it's there. Okay, let me make sure. I did copy and paste. I always copy and paste because I can't spell. Obviously, I spelled it wrong there too. So let's go into here. Yeah, it's spelled wrong there too. Right? Oh, that quoted it. I don't want quotes. That's why it changed. And I'm just using it there. It shows up. It's there. No styles. And I made the style pink so it would be nice and obvious. Well, fuchsia. So yeah, by all accounts, it's there. If I look at the value, it's a form style, has two setters. Look, it even shows me it is fuchsia. Wait, that property's wrong. That property says text. Uh-oh, did I really just do something really dumb? Text property. Text color property. All this time, me cursing forms, and it was a typo. We'll see. We'll find out. Oh, camera's up there. Ah, it's pink! Well, that was fun. All right, so our styles work. Why? What's going on? Someone spamming caps. I don't know why this bot. I need to figure out how to make it not be crazy about caps. I don't know. How do I... He's timed out for 5 seconds. I have no idea why the bot's doing that. I'm sorry, Kim. I don't know how to undo it. Oh, okay. I need to tell this bot to allow caps. I don't know how to tell Nightbot to allow caps because people do that all the time. So, sorry. Yes. If anyone knows how to do it, tell me and I will fix it. I will fix Nightbot. I will tame Nightbot eventually. All right. So, yeah. I'm wondering if my XAML stuff was a similar mishaps, but it wouldn't compile. We were getting compile errors and all kinds of nasty nonsense. So, let's close some stuff out. Let's apply some XAML. Let's fix this. Wow, that is awesome. Okay, let's go back into my styles. Go into here. Yes, I know what I'm doing is a little painful. I tried doing it the not painful way, but this was very painful. Delete Nightbot. I can kick Nightbot out. Everyone said, enable Nightbot. It'll help you. And now I don't know how to. Revert to defaults. What if I put it on like a little moderation? Save. Now, I just adjusted Nightbot. Maybe Nightbot is being happy and nice. You can try. What happens if I do? I say all caps, it doesn't care. But someone else should try caps. See if we've... Yeah, I mean, everyone's being good. I think everyone's behaving. So, hey, caps are allowed. I wonder what setting it is that allows caps. Uh-oh. Someone spammed. I don't know. I know, everyone says I need to write my own bot, so I just need to do it. I just have not got around to it. So we're just going to turn Nightbot off. Goodbye. Okay, so let's go back to where we're at. So now we're doing stuff with dynamic fonts. What I want to do, let's change this back out of Fuchsia. Let's get our black coming back. All right, Nightbot's off. Everyone behave. No one be bad in chat. There's no we still have mods in here. Someone in here can kick you, I think. If not, oh well. All right, so we have our old iOS styles I brought over. We've got that fixed. We've got things somewhat working. Let's finish doing custom fonts and font styles. I want fonts to go into nice stuff. Yeah, I don't have enough people paying attention or watching me to her. I trust you all. You guys are all good. All right. I don't think I need to recreate the styles. I don't even think I need this. We will just have a way to apply these. Actually, I do like having those up here instead. So 28, header font, header font. We were also talking reasons I don't like the XAML is the magic strings. I really hate magic strings, especially with my spelling issues I have, because my spelling, I just mess up all the time. Main font, main font. Okay, and so this one is button font size, and this one is detail font size. Okay, I think I have all my font sizes under control now. All right, so, oh, I don't want to be recreating those fonts each time. I'm trying to think of the best way to, I mean, I could do this. Oh no, these fonts aren't nullable. Why are these fonts not nullable? I don't like that these fonts cannot be nulled. All right. Okay, we're just gonna have to make them ourselves. We'll do this. I like this. I like where this is going. So get, yes, I hate magic strings. I'm sorry, guys. I know everyone else likes them, but I remove as much as possible. So we'll do this, okay? Can't implicitly type. Oh, come on. I can't do that. That syntax should work. I'm sorry, but that should work. I really think that should be acceptable. Okay? So, fine, dot has value. So ugly. Value. So ugly. Oh, maybe it was not that. Okay, is it this? 'Cause this is also equally as ugly. That made it happier. Okay, I'm sorry. I shouldn't have to cast that thing out. I just assigned it. All right, we'll do that. That looks nicer. Now we can null these things out. So that way, whenever I set the fonts, I can just null out all my fonts when I change my font sizes. What's the difference? I don't know. I don't like this because I want to cache these fonts because I don't want to be creating one every time we need to call a font. That's just dumb. But I need a way to apply these without doing something totally idiotic. I don't want to be copying this code everywhere. So if I do this to my fonts, I can make my fonts recreate themselves if they ever get nulled. Now what I can do is inside my default style class, I can do something to null these things out. Um, but at the same time, if I'm doing that, why don't I just set them there? Um, and let's do public virtual in case someone wants to override this. I will bend this to my will. Don't worry, guys. All right, so now main font equals null. And then we're just going to go through and do this on all of them because why not? All right, so yeah, leave that there. We will do this again. Font that. Copy and pasting. And now, sorry, I think that syntax is ugly. I really do. All right, so button text font. Button text font equals. Copy this guy in here. Equals that. And then we'll do dot value, which it will always have a value because I just set it. Okay, set. Okay, fix that one. And too many. At least I only have like 4 fonts. Oh, for now. Okay, so this font we will do. And make that nullable. This is painful. So painful. Need more stuff. Okay, that's right. Okay, it's happy, it's happy. And what all did I not null out? So let's do sub equals null. Okay, so I've got 3 of the 5, right? There's only 5. Button subtext. Hey, maybe only 4. We'll search and make sure I didn't miss one. So I only have, oh no, there's one up here. 1, 2, 3, yeah, 4. Okay, that's not too bad. Um, and what's cool, oh, how's that gonna work with my, I don't change the fonts. I leave them as there. I just change the colors, so this will be fine. Okay, so menu font text, and make you nullable again. That way these reset every time. Menu font text. Okay, grab this. Almost done, folks. Almost done. This is boring to watch, I know. Oops. Oh, I lost my copy paste. I do that all the time. Just press like hit copy instead of paste, and you're like, no, I didn't want that line. I wanted what I had there. I wish you could just undo copy and paste. Well, I am forcing these into a nullable reference type. Hey, you are back, Alex. So question now that you're here. You were doing something earlier I saw where you were doing stuff with fonts. I'm doing custom fonts one way that I could think of how to do it, but I thought you had something where you would cast a font into a UI font into a font. And I couldn't remember where I saw that, and I didn't want to go searching through Slack while on chat. So I am doing my own custom font thing. So hopefully now that you are back, or you're here, you could tell me or link something on that, if you don't mind. All right, so let's jump over to here to the app delegate. So what we will do is we will set some fonts in here. We'll go to styles.style. Oh, those aren't public. Let's make them public. And we have our reset style here, right? So let's also do recent all fonts. And then what this will do, it will just go through and, yeah, styles dot for each x dot reset fonts. Okay. All right, so we'll go style dot header font size equals UI font dot preferred headline dot size point size. And yes, we're going to cast it to an int. These numbers are never going to be too big to where we're going to overflow. If it is, we've got bigger problems. So styles dot, let's do, so we have header font. Did I only make header fonts public? No, I did them all. Let's say we have header font size, text font size, detail. Okay, styles dot. Where are all my fonts? Or okay, let's just say build. And then hopefully it will give me all my IntelliSense back because not we're copying and pasting, which is dumb. Close fonts. We'll close you. We'll come back to you. We'll add custom fonts very soon. We're just going to go through here. Well, that thinks equals int by font dot preferred. And I'm going to move this into a function because there's an event we can hook into from Apple for if this ever changes. How it would change when our app's not in focus, I don't know, or I don't know. Or just, yeah, something to look at. So caption, we're going to do main font is going to be body probably. I don't know. We'll have to check Apple's guidelines. Did I have that up? I wonder if they show it. Scaling fonts automatically. So I'm wondering, do they not tell us? Okay, so textile, oh, what's textile one? Okay, at dynamic support. Okay, let's look at what Alex had. All right, so font. Oh, to font. There was an extension method I knew that was somewhere. Okay, that works. I'm gonna see if what I'm doing will work too. I like that. That is nice. Let me switch these back over. All right. So, oh, go back to here. So we have point sizes. Oh, did I not make those static? Then how did, okay. Okay, that will work better. All right, so we're gonna go through and just do this to all of them. So main, we do button equals int. I think I'm just gonna do preferred preferred title one probably. And then that's what we'll do for the main text. I'm wondering if this should be preferred title. That's right. We will try it with the preferred body versus the preferred, I don't know which one it is which. Style dot. It's all right. Oh, you had your own extension method. I was like, I thought I saw yours had an extension method. Oh, okay. That makes sense. So yeah, you're basically doing what I'm doing. I thought there was a built-in extension. I'm like, I knew I saw an extension on the stuff you did. All right, very similar. Very similar. So detail font, that's all four of them. Int UI font dot preferred caption one. I think it's that, or is it footnote? Why are these so many of these and I don't know what they all are? Okay, and then we'll do styles dot style dot refresh, reset all fonts, and somehow I need that to trigger back into the other stuff, but we'll fight that later. Let's see if this makes our styles look better. Let's see how our fonts look. Because I'll want the app to also now go refresh and reapply those to its dictionary. All right, font size, button size. Wow, button size is huge. Title's giant. Okay, so 17. So I want this preferred title to be this one. So we're gonna move this one here. Actually, can we just see what all these font sizes are? So it'll give me an idea. So caption one, that's good. That's what my detail was. Label font size. Oh no, we need the preferred. So preferred sub headline is 15. Preferred title, so that's pretty close. That'll get us where we want to be. So these two, wait, what was that again? I just want to check. Which one was the 15? 15 was sub headline. I need to stop debugging. Come on. Why is the IntelliSense not working? I'm not crazy. Right? UI font dot. There, now they are. So subheadline, that's what I'm looking for my button and my main body text. And then that one will go to 12. That'll put us about where we were at. Let's see how those fonts look. Actually, I probably should set this. Let's do. We'll do this. Let's do this before we load the application, just to make sure they're in the dictionary, and then we'll deal with the updating stuff later. Why, hello, guys! Alex and Adrian are just stopping down. All right. It's working! Yes, right there. It was very difficult to get you guys on the camera. I have not done custom fonts yet. I've got stuff working. So I need this style to change to be the header one. Yes, I just got it working.
Nice.
So we've got dynamic. So here's how I'm doing it. I set my defaults. So this is what it'll be on Android right now. On iOS, I reset those and my app delegate.
Nice.
And then I'm gonna tie into the notification to where if those change, it'll tell my styles to all refresh themselves. Amy says hi, by the way.
Hi, Amy.
And so did Kim. So
That's where you could mention method.
yes, I could have, but at this point, I'm not using their font anyway. I just want their point size.
Oh, really? Okay.
So I'm just doing this to get the preferred sizes. So yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, and would that extension method work with custom fonts? Because custom fonts you have to.
What it does is it gets like the size of
Right,
Xamarin.Forms, like,
but forms when you're doing custom fonts, you need to do the names the right way.
specific name, right? Doesn't it just call back into the platform
Here.
specific?
Yeah, so it would probably work on iOS. I'm wondering how Android works. So Xamarin, which that's only an iOS one anyway. Forms. All right, so looking at this, the way you do the custom fonts in here though is you have to, it's weird. So that's not custom fonts. Custom fonts, guys. All right, we'll look at someone's blog post. Custom fonts. You add them in Android as assets. In iOS, you add them in as a resource, and you have to add them to the info.p list. And then when you're using those, look at this. iOS is just the name, but Android you have to do like.
Gotcha.
So I'm going to, by doing it this way, my fonts though, the nice thing about this is my fonts are set up here as well. So I'll be able to change these platform specific as well. So I'll just do in the app delegate, I'm going to set my fonts next. So let's do fonts. While Alex is sitting here, let's do fonts. All right, so font, I call that fonts, right? Oops, this hotkey. Oh, he's going to go play Beat Saber. Go play Beat Saber. That is way more fun. So he's going to go play Beat Saber, and I'm going to keep hacking. And in here, what do I want to do here? I wonder if I should use San Francisco on iOS and keep it the way I have it, or if I should use this Hobbs or Hebo. Should I do what do you guys think? Let's bring them up next to each other. So Hebo Thin, that's Hebo Thin. And then if I go to the old gMusic, iOS, resources, fonts. The old one is, what was the old font using? What's the name? I used SF Display Thin. I mean, those are pretty close. I mean, there's definitely differences, but what do you guys think? Should I stick with SF for iOS and Hebo for Android, or should I use the same one on both? I don't think I can use San Francisco legally on Android, though. Anybody? No one has opinions? No designers are still watching? You guys are no fun. Use the non-USF one like all the time. Use this Hebo. All right, we can do that. So I don't want to duplicate this font as well. So to do that, we're going to do it a little tricky for gMusic. What we'll do is we're going to add a new folder in here called fonts. And I'm going to copy Hebo Thin in. Oops, I wanted to copy it, not remove it. Copy it. Okay. And then we'll just do regular. Hebo regular. Actually, let's compare. And the old one I used SF display regular. Is this regular close? Yeah, those are about the same. I wonder why they're showing more space. The heights are maybe different on them. Yeah, I'm not going to do San Francisco on Android. I wasn't planning on doing that. I'm going to use Hebo, but I still like I like the thin fonts. I like having a thin fonts for my header, so I definitely still want a thin font. I don't want to lose that. Okay. So we've got that, we've got this, and we're just going to make them both use the thin one for now. And so inside of, let's go back to where we were at. Let's just copy this. Okay. And we're going to add this in here, nice and fancy like. Fonts. What do you mean fonts does not exist? So styles.fonts. Maybe I need to fully qualify it. Oh, there's only a get on it. Haha. All right. So we're just going to change this to be a, and we'll just set it to like Arial as a default. Too bad, like, we can do Comic Sans, guys. Everyone want that? Be fun. All right. So now we have this. This will change now as fonts are created. So before we apply the styles, we're going to want to make sure, okay, resets after. All right, so we have this then here thing. Now inside of the resources, Apple doesn't have Comic Sans. We can add it though. I'm pretty sure we can download it. I just want to put it as something ridiculous. What's something that Apple has that I will know is funky, so that way I'll know it's working or not. That's kind of what I want. Anyone have any? Okay, let's just do this the right way. UI font dot family font names. So console. We're gonna do this the right way. Actually, we'll do to list dot for each console dot right line, and actually we don't even need the X. All right, so let's put a breakpoint here, and this is going to print out all of the iOS ones. And let's find one. I want one that's going to look odd. So you did say just check iOS fonts. I just want to make sure we know. Maybe we do an italic one or something. So let's bring this up. Okay, so iOS fonts. Do I trust this link you just sent me? What's going on here, guys? All right, so let's see what fonts come out. I don't even know what these things are. Font book. Let's see if I have any of these in my font book. Oh, I want the actual font book view. Font book. Here we go. All right. So I don't even know what these things are. Do I have any that match? Bedoni. Oh wow, that will use but Bedoni thingy. What's that? Oh, it doesn't. Okay, we'll use that one because that one looks kind of fancy. So if we use this, we'll know it's got these like. We'll know. Marker felt. There's one called marker felt I should use. There's a lot of these. Futura is pretty noticeable. I just want to make sure. Symbol. We'll know if we're using symbol because nothing should use symbol. Okay, so let's run this now. And our font should look really, really funny. See, this is why I choose Fuchsia. You choose a that. I don't know if this stuff's actually working because I'm not seeing crazy fonts. So Courier is also weird looking, isn't it? Doesn't it have like some fun stuff on it? That's right. We'll do that Bedoni thingy, however you pronounce it. No, I don't. Okay. We will put this into fonts. Breakpoint here. Breakpoint here. I think we're only using the normal one right now. Okay. Let's run that. We're also going to get that one. We are definitely passing it in. And my fonts did not change. All right, let's look at if I'm doing anything else weird. I am just saying. Huh. Interesting, interesting. All right, so I am using these fonts, right? Let's go double check my styles. Let's make sure I'm not doing anything crazy. Inside, I have my extensions here on that main screen, which should have showed us. So we have our style as our apply to the label, which we're calling. Let's look at the extensions. Font. Uh-oh. Gets or set the font. This is a bindable property. It's obsolete. Okay, so that's interesting. That's probably our problem. So let's do label dot font family equals style dot main text font dot family. Actually, we might just go to our fonts then. Now we'll do this. And then label dot font size equals style dot main font dot size. I'm gonna put a breakpoint here because I want to see this thing getting a. Oh wait, it went to he both then. Oh, right, right, guys. I am not smart. I am not smart at all. I was overriding it anyway, so whatever came in was wrong. All right, let's run that again. All right, now it's using a weird font. Now my fonts are working. Okay, that's working. So, and the subtext one worked. I wonder why they want us doing it this way. Sorry, but that's kind of ugly. Oops, wrong button. All right, we're just going to do it to make them happy. It's a struct. It's fast to search through it. All right, so we've got that. And now what we'll do is let's go back into our app delegate. We've added our Hebo. It's inside of resources. We've not added it in yet, though. So we're going to go here, and we are going to just copy it. And instead of copying it, we're going to add a link to the file. That way, when we do this on Android, Android's going to have them as well. And I don't have to have it copied in there twice. So these get an build action of, was it embedded resources? Build content. Okay, so build action content. Okay, done that. Let's go, let's grab this nonsense, go into our info.plist, wherever that lives. Oh, I did that on the wrong resources. We need to move this. Hey, thanks, Kim. I need to move this to the iOS. I have this in the wrong place. So let's just delete this. Let's fix some fonts. Let's put it into the resources here. That's the resources we want. Resources, add link. Now let's make this to a build action of is it probably going to be bundle resource on iOS. Right, iOS bundle resource, yeah. It's nice. All right, so let's go fix our info.plist, and we're gonna have custom fonts on iOS, and we'll test it out on Android, and we will have some custom fonts. Yes, my style class I'm doing is a little weird, guys. I know I don't know. I don't know if I like what I'm doing. I might spend some more time and learn the real iOS styles because I'm fighting it. I am definitely fighting it. All right, so let's throw this into here. And what are our names? I'll tab you in. Our names are fonts, thin. Oh, do I have to do that on? Oops, not caps. Now let's go grab the regular, and we have iOS fonts. Actually, yeah, we'll still name them the other way because we have to do Android separately. All right, perfect, perfect. And then if we want them both very separate and different, we can. Let's go back to our app delegate. We are now calling and thin font name. I'm going to use the thin for both of them because we're not using the thin anywhere, and I want to be. So let's do this. And that font thing is bindable. So I think we're going to take advantage of that and bind Style's bindable, right? We can bind styles. So I want to do a style for those headers. Hey, that is nice and thin. That's looking good. We're getting somewhere. Because I need to now bind and get that header to be right. Because these styles aren't what they're supposed to be. That font size is way too small, though. Do I have the old gMusic on this one? No, I don't. That's on devices. It's on the XS one, guys, I think. Hey, Duncan. I think this is the one that has the old gMusic. That font just looks really small. So maybe my 15 is really bad. Let's run this. Let's compare things. All right. Comparing. Oh, okay. Oh, I did those as bold, didn't I? Or is it just the San Francisco is wider? I'm gonna have to bold that stuff, guys. What do you think? It can't just be the color. Fixing the color might make it better. But something's not right. All right, let's try San Francisco. I'm just now really curious if San Francisco will fix it. So we'll do the regular and the thin. We're just gonna copy these ones right in. Copy. And let's now go back to here. Oh, did I close the info.p list? Okay, sources, we're in this one. iOS, resources, info.p list. Oh no, it lives here. Open with code, drag it in. All right, so we've got these ones. Let's throw in our SF fonts. And that is this one. Oh, I'm using the thin font. Hold on. I only use the thin font? Okay, I'm not going to do this. I'm pretty sure I don't need to. We'll do them both to compare them. But I think it's just because I'm using the thin. I don't normally use the thin font there. I only use the thin font on headers, and that's not a header. So maybe we'll ditch this. Let's change the normal to Hebo regular and run it. And then we'll be able to compare them. Sometimes I forget exactly what I'm working on and how I'm working on it. Oh, I didn't. Did I even have that over far enough? Let's move both simulators over. Okay. All right. Fonts. Oh, I have these backwards. Try this again. And I think this will be pretty close. And then we'll make this title thin. And we'll do that with the new style. Okay, that's looking good. I need to fix the padding on those. Those look funny. Okay, those are pretty good. Once I make those white, I think that'll be about right. Nice. All right, so let's do the menu element stuff there, because that is this stuff. Style as menu element. This is where I grab all this stuff. So we're going to borrow some of this. And let's jump over to, I'm trying to think the right way to do this. Let's jump into our form style extensions class. And we have our thing to create a label style. We will do, let's look at what we're doing first. So in the side navigation page, we have this where we can set the static resource, right, to main text label. So I can set this, I want to bind that and change that based on what's happening. So I have that bound to is visible. Let's look at the model for that. There's a model for, what do I call it? That's a menu something. Can't remember what I called that. What do I call it? Let's go to the root view because that's where we instantiate those. Inside the root view, we create these navigation items. That's what it is. Let's do something for the style. So public label style, or we'll just call it style. And this will be, for now I might just do, if the page, yeah, we'll do, I think the right way to do this, we'll do page equals, okay, if the page equals null, that means this is a header, and that's how we're doing the has image too. No, that's not quite right, because some of these won't. It's right, we'll do that for now. So if it has a page equals null, it's going to be a header. And in that case, we need to show the other header style, which we haven't created yet. So can I get the root resources from code? Like, or do I need to do app.current.resources? We can do that. And we will do, what are we going to call that thing? We will call it, in my old styles, what I called this menu header element. That doesn't make sense here. So menu header label. All right, so we're going to add the label in there, or we'll do app.current.resources, and then we'll do menu item label. I don't know. What do we call those things? Perfect. So, oh, that's going to give it a string name. That won't work for the styles. I can't do them that way. So we will just go to our forms. I call that thing. We'll just grab them straight from the style thing in here. So I don't like doing this, but we'll do it anyway. Dot, and we'll just add new ones in. We'll come back to that. So let's go form styles extensions because we want to dynamically change that based off what it is. So we'll do public, and we are doing the text color, so that'll be great. So public static, we'll call this form style. Oops. And we want to call this thing, I already named them, so let's just steal those names I used. Menu header label, style, create label style, current style dot menu. What did I call the two different styles? Because I have the menu text font, and then there's the menu. Okay, let's look how I use this. Style. Set as menu header. It used header text thin font. Okay, so that should still exist there. It does, perfect. And then we use style, current style dot menu text color. Perfect. All right, and so that's public, so we can access it. Let's do it for the lowercase one. And we will also tie those things in. So create menu, let's call it the menu label style. I like that. And if we look at the other one, set as menu element, it just uses menu text font. Perfect. This is going to look nice. Now I want to also add these into this dictionary in case we ever use them. Name of that equals main text label style. And actually making these public, I can use name of to use them elsewhere if I'm ever doing them from source, which probably won't be. Menu this, menu this. All right, so now all we have to do is jump over here to that navigation item. We can bring back this style, which we'll do apps.menu header style or forms style extension. I don't like that name now that it's not just an extension class. Menu label style. Okay, let's end that. So now I should be able to bind the style. Can't implicitly page equals null. Oh, there we go. Syntax matters. All right, so we've got that. Let's bind this now, and I think we'll be good at that point. We'll have the menu done, and I think that'll be close enough. Right, you can bind styles, right? Now I'm wondering, can you bind the styles? Let's check. You know what, we're just gonna do it. Binding, and what did we call that thing? I think we just called it style, right? Label style. Where was that? Right here. Okay, I hope that's gonna work. We'll see. We'll know really quick. And once we get these styles built, we won't be in here much at all. And we can move on to more fun things. All right, that is looking good. The font is not working right. That's using the old wrong font. Oh, search uses it too. That's what it is. Okay, so let's look at the app delegate. This is Hebo Thin. Let's jump in there. Okay, so that should be fine. Why did it use the... I want to know why. Is Hebo Thin not found? That was the name of it, right? Hebo Thin. Why is that Hebo Thin wrong? That's not what the S's look like. Alright, so let's debug it. Let's figure out what's going on, and then we can be done for the day. Form style. Right here, create style. Menu font. Menu text font. Thin header font. Go to declaration. This use fonts.thin fonts of size. And the binding stuff's obviously working because we saw how the search looked really funny because the search doesn't have a page yet. I haven't built it yet. Just see what's coming out of here. And I already missed the 2. Order of operations gets you every once wrong. Yeah, order of operations. Something's wrong. Okay, we can delete this. We don't need this anymore. Stop and start. Hear the Beat Saber music in the background. Not sure if you guys can. It's like, okay, why are we doing this before? Okay, order of operations, people. Order of operations. Apply styles is being called before we load the application. How in the world is that happening? Apply styles. Okay, stack traces. Stack traces. Oh, me calling it instantiates it. And remember how I have my reset? My reset did not, I didn't fix those ones. Let's fix those ones. Okay, so there were 6 fonts. All right, so font, header, text, font. I knew there was more than 4. That just seemed weird. Okay, so we'll do header font. Okay, more to do. All right, so now I have resettable things with default values that fill themselves out. And so we need to add this to our reset before I forget. And we'll reset the other one as well. So that's header font, thin font. Okay, so let's do okay, enter, enter, enter. We are almost there, guys. We're doing something. All right, so fonts, or no, header font. Let's copy paste because I'm equals this guy. No, it's dot value. No, I'm all right. Why is not value not working? It's right. It'll be good. Yeah, now it sets itself up and says it's right. All right. So if that's null, oh, I need to null that thing. That's why. There we go. That's right. That's right. All right. Now we should have it. What? Oh, it's that equals it's not liking. That header text color, I didn't set that yet. We need to fix that too. Okay, I think we've got it. I think we now have adjusting fonts. We can go into the iOS settings and check them out and see if that does it. We'll go tweak things. And we should now have our new fonts. Setting the styles. Our new font size of stuff's working. Yes, there we go. That font size, that's pretty close. It's not exactly the old look. Because, I mean, it is a new font, so of course it's going to look different. But it's pretty close. Everything looks pretty good. I mean, the search is the wrong one, but that's just because it doesn't have a search page yet. I haven't built that yet. So we could just set it to a default nothing page. Oops. Okay, that's coming along. We're getting there. We have fonts. I like that. I'm trying to think if there's anything else I want to set in there. We still need to deal with image tinting. Maybe we'll do that next time. And I need to fix the padding on those. Do I have, why does this have nothing in it? I might not have signed in to anything. Yeah, there's no streaming services signed in. I don't want to log in right now. All right, so I'll log in on there so we can even look at that next time and see how they compare. Yeah, it's coming along. If there's any questions or if you guys, I'm going to push all of this code up so you will have access to all of this. Let me go remove those SF fonts. So we don't want those in there. Remove, delete. I will save all this, I will commit it and push it up, and all of you can play with it. Maybe you can clean it up and make it look better than what I've done. I need to fix the Android font still. We didn't do Android yet. We need to do that because if we don't, Android's going to have that awesome... Oh, I don't even know if it'll work. I doubt Android has that font. So Android's not going to look right. Okay then. There's any questions, go ahead and ask away. If not, I am going to commit all this code and added custom fonts, added my ugly style stuff. Maybe we'll fix those to be XAML or everything better later because what I have I just didn't like. But I got it to work, so I was happy with it. And we are using the styles. So, all right. Thanks, guys. Feel free to ask questions at any point. This code's all up on GitHub. You can play with it. You can tweak it. Send me pull requests. That'd be exciting. If there's a pull request, we can review the pull requests and go over it. So maybe if you guys want to look at my style stuff and see what I was doing wrong, or help me introduce my style stuff with style switching in a better manner, I'm all for that. But yeah, thanks, guys. Hope you learned something. Let me know if there's anything you guys want me to talk about during these streams. Feel free to ask questions. Feel free to give me suggestions or topics you want me to talk about and actually play with. And we've got this app we're building, so there's still plenty of stuff to do. So thanks, and I'll see you guys again next week.